بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Good morning and Assalamu alaikum. Hope that you all are doing well and waiting for today's lecture. But before starting the lecture, I would first like to appreciate all the students of class 6 for your working. I received the copies with very good answers and very good sentences. Your work presentation was very good and hoping to receive the same response for the next chapter as well. This energized me to attend today's lecture. Okay, so without wasting the time, let's open your books and let's have a look which chapter we will going to start today. We will going to start chapter number 2. It's a poem, Sky, Sea, Shore. It has been written by the poet James Reeves, who was the famous British writer, and he loved to write for the children. As the name of this poem is indicating that something is related to the sea. Being the citizen of Karachi, we people are well aware with the beauty of sea. Let's have a look how the poet has explained it. Open the books and start the reading. Page number 18 and it may proceed till page number 19. Okay, I think I should start. Sky, sea, shore. Stars in a frosty sky crackle and blaze. Streams in the lowland meadows linger and lace. Shells on the seashore gleam, washed by the tide. Seagulls over the harbor circle and glide. Blue smoke and prancing steed, swallow and snake and swan. How many more curving, glistening as things in the sky, sea, shore? Yes, the poet has given the description of the beauty of sea. He has explained that when we stand on the seashore, we could have a lot of things to see. And what are the things that we could experience and enjoy on the seashore? First of all, the view of the sky. The sky, if it is the daytime, the sky looks clear blue along with the clouds. It seems that it is the frosty layer of the ice. The cloud seems to us as it is the layer of the ice that is scatters on the clear sky along with the shiny sun whose light is reflecting towards the water of the sea. And if it is the night time, it looks dark, it looks complete dark along with the shining stars and the moon. So the first view that we can see from the seashore is the beauty of the sky. The next thing that we can experience, that we used to experience on the seashore, is the waves of the water that is coming forward and going backward in a way that the waves, that the water of the sea is dancing. When it comes forward, it used to wash everything that we can find on the seashore, on the seaside. What are the things? These are some sea birds like seagulls, swallows, swans. The things which we can find on the sea are the shells and prancing steeds. Yes, the horses. Over here, steed means the horses. The same horses on which we used to take the ride on the seaside. When the waves of the water comes on the shore, it washes all these things on the seashore, leaving them wet. It washes away, leaving them wet, and when they becomes wet, it shines in the gloomy sun. That was enhancing the beauty of the seashore. The poet is saying that we could experience the peaceful environment when we reach at the seaside by the cold air that we experience, by these birds, by all these things that shines in the presence of the sunlight. In this way, if anybody wanted to enjoy the peaceful environment, they can visit the seaside. And most of us used to visit the seaside to get relaxed. We used to plan the picnics on the seaside during our vacations, but because of this pandemic, I know that most of us cannot visit there, but hopefully inshallah in the next coming years and the months we could have it. And we people are well aware with the beauty of the seaside. That is all how the poet has explained its beauty. Now coming towards its word meanings, that is on page number 18. Understand these meanings because you will have to copy these word meanings in your copies. Either you can copy from here or you can copy from the homework folder, but understand the meanings first. Frost. Frost means the thin layer of ice. As they have mentioned that the clouds have been scattered on the sky as a frosty layer of ice. It seems to us that the frosty layer of ice scatters on the sky. Then lowland meadows, it means the grassy sunny lands on which we can find some wild animals, some wild plants. Linger, to stay for a long period of time. What are the things that used to stay for a long period of time on the seaside? It's waves. Gleam. The word gleam means to shine. We experience the shining of the sun. We experience the shining of the stars. And then prancing, moving with the slow steps. Who used to move with the slow steps on the seashore? The steeds, the horses on which we used to take the ride. Most of the people are fond of horse riding, especially on the seaside. Okay, that is all with these word meanings. As far as your work is related, you will have to copy these word meanings in your copies. And one description is related to the seaside. The question has already been given in the homework folder. The question is, please understand it. Do you think all the things beginning with the letter S on the seashore adds to its beauty and serenity? Give the reasons of your answer. The poet has mentioned so many things starting. Yes, the question is, do you think all the things beginning with the letter S on the sea adds to its beauty and serenity? Give the answer, give the reason for your answer. You can find this question on page number 20, or it has already been given in the homework folder. Okay, which sort of the description you will going to write first? The poet has mentioned so many things starting with the letter S that is adding beauty to the seaside, to the seashore. Seagulls, swallows, swans, shells, steeds. By reading this poem, by understanding the explanation, what do you think? All these things are adding beauty to the sea, making the surrounding area of the sea beautiful and peaceful? If your answer is yes, then write down along with your reason. And if you are thinking that no, they are not creating the beautiful environment and the peaceful environment always, so write down your answer along with the reason. That is up to you how you interpret the idea of this poem. I hope the work and makes you clear. How you will do it in the copy? First of all, you will make the index of chapter 2, word meanings and the description. Then you will make the title page of chapter 2, Sky, Sea, Shore. It's a poem along with the page number. This you will write in the title page. And then you will start writing word meanings by drawing column in the center, putting the date on the corner along with the day and the homework. Write down the words with the black pen and the meanings with the blue pen. Then on the next page, you will write this question and write your answer in hardly 3 to 4 lines. I think that could be enough for the explanation. If still you have any query, you can ask in the comment section. That is all for today's lecture and hoping to receive very good answers from your side. Stay connected, you will going to have the language class soon. Allah Hafiz.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning to all my dear students. I hope that you all are doing well. Here we are going to have our another English language class. So the topic which we are going to read, that is on page number 48. Kindly take out the page number 48. Here is. I hope you can see clearly. Done? Okay. Now before reading something from the book, just let's have a look over here on the board. If you will not be able to see clearly, I'm just reading again and again. The word which I have written first, that is what word. And the definition, it shows an action. I'm just highlighting, it shows an action. What is word basically? And what is action? Actions, you know very well, what are they? The process of doing something. Whatsoever we are doing, these all are what action. Whether I'm sitting, I'm standing, you are listening, I'm speaking, I'm writing, I'm walking, running. These all are what actions. The process of doing something. And actions are what? Definitely verb. Okay. Now that was the verb. Let's move towards the kinds of verb. We have categorized the verb in different kinds. The first is what? Main verb. I'm just repeating again. The first kind is what? Main verb. The second is what? Auxiliary verb. We have the two names of this kind. Number one is auxiliary verb. So you can say this helping verb as well. Okay. What is main verb? The thing which we're discussing before this, that what are the verbs, what are the actions. Basically, that is your main verb. Okay. As I was explaining that eating, cooking, teaching, studying, running, speaking, learning, these all are what? Verbs. So this is what your main verbs. It's really easy. Now let's come towards the second kind, auxiliary verbs. This is what? We have more two kinds of this word, primary auxiliaries, modal auxiliaries. Firstly, I would like to let you know that what is auxiliary. This is what? Helping verbs. And what are the helping verbs? Helping verbs are what? Which tells you the timings of an action. Okay? Helping verbs are what? Which tells you the timings of an action. And the second name of this what? Auxiliary verbs. Now we have two more subclasses, the primary auxiliaries, second modal auxiliaries. What is primary auxiliaries? I have written something on the board. First is, you can say like helping verbs. Okay, we can say helping verbs. We have two kinds of this. The first one is primary. Be, have, do. Right now, I'm just letting you know that what are they. I'm not telling you the uses of this, that how to use in the sentences. Just focus what are they. The first is be, the second is have, the third is do. I'm repeating again. The first is be, the second is have, the third is do. From the be, we can make these helping verbs like is, am, are, was, were. This is what? Verb. These are really common things. Is, am, are, was, were. Second is what? Have. From the have, you can make has and had. The third is what? Do. Does and did. Individually, I'm just telling you why, because some of them belong from the present, some of them belong from the past and from the future as well. Okay, this is your what? Helping verbs. These all are what? Helping verbs. Now, these all are primary auxiliaries. The second kind is what? Modal auxiliaries. It indicates the possibilities, okay, and necessities as well, and sometimes something else. The first is what? Can, could, may, might, should, would, will, must, shall, should have, could have, and we can say must have as well. I'm just telling you again: can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, must have, could have, should have. These all are your model auxiliaries. Okay. So I hope that it will make you clear that auxiliary verbs are called helping verbs as well. Helping verbs are what? This is what? Timings of an action. It tells you the timings of an action, and what are the verbs? It tells you the action. Okay? Main verbs are what? Eat, cook, teach means whatsoever actions we are doing, that is what main verbs. And the helping verbs, two more kinds, I have just explained you right now. Okay? Now, what are the uses? I'm going to erase something. First example, just listen carefully, okay? She speaks. She speaks. Over here, I have underlined speaks. What is this? This is what? Your verb, because this is an action. This is an action, and this is what? Your main verb. As I was describing you about the verbs and about the main verbs, it tells you an action, okay? So this is our main verb. It can function alone as well in the sentence. Sometimes it does not need the helping verbs as well. As I told you, it is main verb. Now, this one sentence I'm just writing in an other manner. Second, she is speaking. If you cannot see clearly, I'm just repeating again. She is speaking. The first, she speaks. The second, she is speaking. Now, basically guys, what to do right now, you are supposed to take out the main verbs, helping verbs like primary and modal. Over here, we have main verb. Okay. The second is what? She is speaking. In this one sentence, we have two verbs. The first is, as I had written on the board the helping verbs chart. From that chart, I have just taken out this. Is. She is speaking. So is helping verb. I'm repeating again. Is helping verb. What is the main verb in the sentence? Definitely that is what? Speaking. By listening, by reading this word, it comes there, it comes in your mind that it is what? Main verb. Main verb and helping verb, both we have taken out. Now, the third. She can speak. Or I can write, she could speak, she may speak. What is the purpose of writing these three sentences? The first, just take out the main verb. The second, take out whether that is main verb, whether that is helping verb. The third, again, main verb or helping verb. Now just categorize them. This is what is MR was word. So is primary auxiliary verb. Okay? Can, could, may. If I write these, so this is what? Modal auxiliary verbs. They both are helping verbs, but the names is primary auxiliary. The second name is modal auxiliary verbs. Okay? I hope it is clear now. Now the thing is what? The one more sentence I would like to write here, so that it will be clear. She is nice. Now take out the verbs from this sentence. How? She is nice. Or I can say, I am good. Here we are having two helping verbs. If you cannot see clearly, I am just repeating and highlighting the words, okay? Is, am. They both are what? They both are what? Helping verbs? Now, whenever you guys are not going to have any mean verb, I'm just telling you again, whenever we are not going to have any mean verb in the sentences, so we just consider the helping verb as mean verb in the sentence. Okay? I'm just repeating again, whenever we are not going to have any mean verb in our sentence, only helping verb is present. So we consider that helping verb in the sentence as mean verb. Okay? As I will consider this helping verb as main verb. Or we can say full verbs as well. Main verbs and full verbs both are same. Over here, there is no main verb. Over here, there is no main verb. This is why I am just considering that main verb. This is also what? Main verb. Okay? These all were your examples. The last is what? Yes. She may come today. Here we are having two verbs. The first is modal auxiliary verb. The second is main verb. I told you about the primary auxiliaries. Whenever we do not have the main verb in the sentence, only primary auxiliaries are present. So we consider those all primary auxiliaries as main verb. Okay? The first thing. The second thing is what? Whenever we are going to consider again the main verb and the helping verb. We only use the modal verbs as helping verb. We cannot use modal verbs as main verbs. Okay, you guys always find main verbs with the modal verbs, but it can be possible that with the helping verbs you guys cannot find sometimes main verb. So we consider the helping verb as main verb in that condition when you do not have the main verb in the sentence. Okay, but in the modal auxiliary we always call it helping verb and main verb. Both are individually. Okay, now let's come towards the book. On the page number 48, sorry, 49. Can you see it clearly, the page number? 49. Now let's come up. Kinds of verbs. Okay, the same thing which I have done on the board. Verbs can be classified into the following categories based on function. Verbs, main verbs, auxiliary verbs, primary auxiliaries, modal auxiliaries. Okay, now main verbs. These verbs can function alone in a sentence. They are also referred to as full verbs. As I told you that we can say main verbs and full verbs, both are same. Example, she spoke to me about her problems. Second is what? I called her later in a day. Can you see it clearly? Okay. She spoke to me about her problems. What is highlighted here? Spoke, definitely it is the main verb. It is the main verb. Okay, as we were discussing. Now, primary. Auxiliary verbs, primary and modal. Let's come here now. Primary auxiliaries. These cannot function both as helping verbs and full verbs. Sorry, these can function both as helping verbs and full verbs. They include be, have and do. Now from the be, from the have, from the do, I have told you what are the things which we can take out. Okay? She is not listening to me. As helping verb for the main verb listening. Here we are having two verbs. Is helping verb, primary auxiliary verb. Listening, main verb. Okay? Now, the second sentence, can you see it clearly? Where are you as main verb. As I was telling you that whenever we do not have the main verb in the sentence, whenever we do not have the main verbs in the sentence, so we consider the helping verb, primary auxiliary verb. I am just repeating again, helping verb, which one? Primary auxiliary verb, are, as main verb. Okay? Modal auxiliary. These can function only as helping verbs. Can I help you? As helping verb for the main verb. Whenever we use the modal auxiliary verb, so we just consider only as helping verb. I hope it will make you clear again, okay? 3 things we have discussed here. Helping verbs, primary and modal, main verbs. Again, I'm just letting you know for your easiness. Look here. MV, main verb, okay? Whenever we have the main verb, we consider it in the sentence as main verb. But whenever in the sentence we have helping verb. Which one helping verb? Primary auxiliary verb. Okay? Primary auxiliaries like helping verb, which one? Primary is, am, are, was, were, have, has, had and do, does. These all. Whenever with this we do not have the main verb, we consider the primary auxiliary verb as main verb. Is it clear now? In the modal auxiliary helping verbs, we just consider them as helping verb with the main verbs. We do not consider them as main verbs. Okay? These things I hope it will make you clear. Now, how to do the working? As I told you in our previous class, just maintain the title page and do not forget to make the index. I am just telling you again, do not forget to make the index, title page, then headings from the black pen and the working from the blue pen, the same thing. Let's come towards the page number 49 again. Exercise B. Exercise B on page number 49. Can you see it clearly? First of all, maintain the title page, then primary auxiliaries, modal auxiliaries and verbs. You can copy from this page. The definitions, okay? 3 definitions, main verbs, primary auxiliaries and the modal auxiliaries. After doing the definitions from this page, there is an exercise as your homework on the page number 49 here. In the sentences given below, I'm just reading the question. In the sentences given below, identify the main verbs and the auxiliary verbs. One has been done as an example. First is what? You should have helped your mother. From this sentence, what to do? Just take out the helping verb, means auxiliary verbs, and take out the main verbs, if there is. Should have is what? Auxiliary verb. So, we have written over here, auxiliary, should have. Helped is what? Main verb, as we all know. So, main verb, and we have written here, helped. On page number 50, the rest of the sentences are present. You guys will do in the copy. This exercise we will do in the copy after doing the definitions and examples. This one exercise. Before doing these all things, kindly I am just telling you again and again, do not forget to make title page and index as well. Okay? Inshallah, we will meet in our next class. Till then, take care and Allah Hafiz.